original key of Die With A Smile is A major, but those high notes can be challenging for many singers. That's why in today's tutorial, we'll learn the piano accompaniment in a lower key that's easier to sing and play. We're taking the song down 2 semitones to G major, which has just one sharp, F sharp, and feels much more comfortable vocally. If you can hit those high notes, congratulations! I've already made a tutorial in the original key of A major, which I'll link in the description and pin comment. For everyone staying with me, here's how the intro sounds in G major. Here's middle C for a reference. Starting with our left hand, we have G octaves for G major 7, then we have C for C major 7. Again, that's G octaves and C. For our right hand, we have B, D, and F sharp for G major 7. Next, we'll keep our lower note, B, and play E and G for C major 7. So G major 7 and C major 7. The song is in 6/8 timing, so when playing hands together, we play our right hand on the first and fourth count like so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On our left hand, we'll play only the beginning of each chord. So with hands together, our intro is G major 7, C major 7. Alternatively, you can use this more rhythmic pattern. Here's G major 7, and here's C major 7. So for the intro, we have this. And then we begin our verse section with G major 7. I prefer this method as it's a bit more rhythmic and interesting, but feel free to choose whatever is comfortable for you. For the verse section, we don't need to learn anything new. We'll just play the same chord progression twice like so. G major 7, C major 7, G major 7, C major 7. For the pre-chorus, we'll switch the chords around and play C major 7, followed by G major 7. Then we have B on the left, and A, D, and F sharp on the right to give us B minor 7. I love the next two chords. The first chord is E sus4, where we have E on the left, and A, B, and E on the right. Next, we'll move our right note from A to G sharp while keeping all the other notes the same to play our E major chord. And these chords will play half as long, with E major chord played only once like so. Let's play the last 4 chords again. So we have C major 7, G major 7, B minor 7, E sus4, and E major played once, preparing ourselves for the chorus. This pattern is played in both the first and second pre-choruses. I recommend playing octaves with your left hand for the second pre-chorus for a fuller accompaniment. This can be done in the verse and chorus sections as well, which creates a sense of momentum and emotional buildup. For the second pre-chorus, instead of repeating E sus4 and E major the same way as before, you can add this variation to showcase the chords. For E sus4, on the right, we'll play B and E together, followed by A, B, E, A, and B, and then play E major once. So the last chords are B minor 7, E sus4, and E major. Adding this rhythmic variation is a fantastic way to create interest and offers the listener something fresh. This brings us to the chorus section. Starting with our left hand, we have A for A minor 7, D for D major, B for B minor 7, and E for E minor 7. Again, that's A, D, B, and E. On the right hand, for A minor 7, we have C, E, and G played together. For D major, we have A, D, and F sharp played together. We're going to play the same notes, A, D, and F sharp for B minor 7. And for E minor 7, we have B, D, and G played together. Again, that's A minor 7, D major, B minor 7, and E minor 7. With hands together, we have A minor 7, D major, B minor 7, and E minor 7. This chord progression is played twice. Then we have A minor 7 and D major. What comes next is G major, D over F sharp, and E minor 7. Let's break that down. For G major, we have G on the left, and B, D, and G played together on the right. For D over F sharp, we have F sharp on the left, and A, D, and F sharp on the right. Then we have E minor 7, which we already know. Then we have A minor 7 and C over D with D on the left and C, E, and G played together on the right. Let's go through the entire chorus section. A minor 7, D major, B minor 7, E minor 7. Repeat those same 4 chords again. Then we have A minor 7, D major, G major, D over F sharp, E minor 7, A minor 7, and C over D. Then we have G major 7 and C major 7 chord progression to transition into our second verse. For the second chorus, you can add this bass walk up on your left hand whenever switching from E minor 7 to A minor 7. So we have A for A minor 7, D for D major, B for B minor 7, and E for E minor 7. Then we have E, F sharp, G, and then we play A minor 7. This happens in 3 areas in our chorus. So the second chorus sounds like this. A minor 7, D major, B minor 7, E minor 7. Bass walk up to A minor 7, D major, B minor 7, E minor 7. Bass walk up to A minor 7, and D major. G major, D over F sharp, E minor 7. Bass walk up to A minor 7, and C over D. This adds a bit more color to your playing. This brings us to the interlude, which is loosely based on the same chord progression as the beginning part of the chorus. Focusing on the left hand first, our first chord is A minor 9 instead of A minor 7, where we play A, E, and A. Next is C major 7 over D, where we play D, A, D. Then we have B minor 7 with B, F sharp, and B, and E minor 7 with E, B, and E. On the right hand, we'll play G and B together, followed by C and D for A minor 9, and C major 7 over D. For B minor 7, we have A, D, and F sharp played together. And E minor 7 with G, B, D, and G played together. You can roll your keys like so to make the sound nicer. Let's repeat the right hand. With hands together, we have this: A minor 7, C major 7 over D, B minor 7, and E minor 7. When practicing, start off very slow. Once you get a hang of it, you can slowly speed up your timing. This chord progression is played 4 times in the interlude. This brings us to the third and final chorus, and it uses different chords near the end than the previous choruses. The first part of the third chorus is the same as the previous choruses. Then we play A minor 7, and instead of playing C over D, we'll play B7 with B on the left and B, D sharp, F sharp, and A together on the right. Then we have E minor 7. And then we have A major with A octaves on the left and C sharp and E on the right. So again, that's A minor 7, B7, E minor 7, and A major. That last part, when moving from E minor 7 to A major, we can also use that walk up we did earlier with our left hand. So that sounds like this: A minor 7, B7, E minor 7, our bass walk up to A major, then the rest is the same. Then at the end, we'll just play G major 7 and C major 7 chord progression. You can simply end the song with G major 7 or G major 9 with G on the left and B, D, F sharp, and A played together on the right.